Ladles and jelly spoons. Tim down for living with MS in Tenerife. It is 5:55. Well, my friends, my name's Tim down for living with MS in Tenerife. Rolling. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the room. Welcome to Balcony Banter. Balcony Banter is a call-in show. You can call in about 6:30. We've got 2 people registered. The first person, as you all know, is Adam Hussain. Hi, Adam. Thanks for coming in. We love you. See you at 6:30. And the second one is, you all know and love, Ian at home. Ian from Dundee is going to come in and just give us a quick update on Barbara, hopefully. And if we all make it, that'll be around about 6:30. And here we have a special guest today.
Hi guys.
Hello. Cleo, and of course my beautiful wife, Christine. Now, Christy doesn't have a microphone, so if you say something, Chris, I'll just say that. You just say something to see if we've got anything.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's bouncing up and down, so there we go.
Can you see me?
I can see you. Can you see yourselves?
Yes.
I can see Cleo, but not myself.
This is.
Can you see yourself?
This is Cleo, and this is you.
Okay, so you're gone.
I'm not on it.
Tim's disappeared.
I'm disappeared. I can put me on it if you want.
He's a magician.
So those are the 2, but then I've got to go like this. There you go.
Okay.
And then we can get a random comment up as well.
Oh,
Which
look at
Orcus whaling, evening all.
Evening.
Evening all,
Top of the
evening
evening
all.
to you.
So what we've got today for you is we got some local news, some information about what it's like living in a complex here, what's going on, what a complex does, a little bit about the letting and holiday lets and stuff like that. Could we talk about the hotel top of the road?
We can talk about it. I don't have. Sorry, for people who don't know me, I also happen to work for the Adeche Town Hall. But I'm going to say this is like a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Like I am not here in an official capacity, so anything I say is just from what I've heard in my own opinion. So it's not council policy at all, and I think it's only fair that I say that at the start.
Exactly. So it's what we say here is our own opinions, and we can't have anybody else's opinions. So that's all there is.
That's us. We're controlling the opinion.
Exactly.
The vertical and the horizontal.
It's been a bit cool here, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think of the new camera? I've got it's a very old camera actually. It's the Insta360 X2, which was the second generation of this type of 360-degree camera. I'm only using one lens at the moment, but if I do press this button here, it will change to the other lens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you can have a look. It's looking for somebody now, which has found me. Yeah. And if I click it again, it does both, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't really like that one. That's more for, what do they call it?
What, if we're going to sing?
That's more for. I think what it does, it exposes for the brightest. So that means you're in the dark, and outside is the brightest. Yeah. But it's okay if there's like 3 people on one side of the table and 3 people on the other side of the table. Okay. Then you can get 6 people on this as a conference.
Okay, nice one.
Which I think is pretty good.
Yeah. I know damn all about these things.
And you press it again, then it should go back to you. There you go. Now, but then it'll zoom into the tip of the people it finds. I'm going to do that. There you go. That's a bit better. And we go back to 2's up, and we go back to that one, and that's a better thing.
That's nice.
So now, random comment. Chris Godfrey says Joanne David. They're all talking amongst themselves.
Oh,
chatting amongst themselves. So welcome everybody. We got 94 people watching already. Oh. Wow, that's a record in the first 5 minutes.
There you go.
I've got my my what's he called telling me that I've got an appointment at 6:30 with Adam Hussain and Ian at home.
Great.
It always tells me upcoming event, Balcony Banter on Ecamm Live. Here is the guest link. So if you want to come on, don't forget to go to timothydowd.com/live and register. You'll automatically get a link sent to you, unless it's too late, of course. I think you can still do it till 6:29 when we got the people in, but that's it, yeah. And if you want to book a walk this week, you can go to timothydowd.com/events. There you go. But you are watching Balcony Banter, of course. Now, we go live at 5:55 Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Monday's Balcony Banter, where you get the opportunity to come on, put a face to the name and say hello. And Wednesday is midweek meetup. This week we are going to the Albatross, not what's it called? The Nebula. And we're going with Tanya and Dennis, and they're meeting us for dinner at 7. They won't be on the meetup show because they've been on it before, they said, and they won't be able to make it at 5:55. So we're going down there, just be me and Chris and anybody who's walking past, and then at 7 we'll finish the show and have dinner with Dennis and Tanya. So that'd be quite nice. Tuesday, so tomorrow in fact, I'm going for a walk with I'm supposed to be going for a walk with Tracy, you know Tracy. I forgot the last name. She's from Manchester.
Oh, I don't know that.
Tracy from Manchester. And I think one of her sons is coming as well. Unfortunately, she twisted her ankle yesterday as she got off the plane or down the steps or whatever happened. And so she's not going for the walk with me. But she is going to meet me at the Cafe Olay about 10 o'clock. And we're going to have a coffee and a chat. But last night when I was coming back from shopping, I met two people and they are going to be joining us as well for the walk. And if I can remember where it is guest phone video, this one. Welcome to Timothy Dowd Spoons. This is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife. I'm here together with
Mark and Paula,
and they said they booked the place over here. This is the Albatross by Malibu, or the Malibu by Albatross. I can't remember which one it is. Albatross by Malibu, I think it is. Because of me. They're here for 10 days. They said they wanted to come on a walk, but they couldn't book it, but we'll see what we can do. And what I'll do, what are you doing Tuesday morning?
Nothing.
I'll pick you up Tuesday morning at 8:30 here.
Yeah.
And then I'll take you on a walk around Las Americas. And then we're going to meet Tracy Addison for a coffee.
Okay.
Because she's twisted her ankle so she can't walk. Right. And then I'll bring you back here later.
That's cool.
Is that all right?
Is that a definite date, yeah?
A definite date. Yeah. And all you got to do is when we finish on here, get your number so I can confirm with a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort that out. Cool dudes.
Cool.
So, we're just going to show you the DJI Pocket 3.
Yeah.
We'll turn you around. What a beautiful view.
It is. It's fantastic.
I've just been over to the Monte Cristo up here, and I'm going to nip home now and cook a chili. Well, I've actually cooked it. I'm going to serve the chili. So, for those of you who don't know the channel, I go live at 5:55 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and about 9 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Welcome to Timothy Dowd at Home. Today we're making a delicious, simple dish, salmon steaks with capers. What was that?
I don't know.
What was that? That was...
Somebody's cooking in the kitchen.
That was my salmon steaks video. That was from last week. I showed it last week. But that was quite fun. Let's go and have a look to see what you guys are saying. So let's go to the comments before we go any further. Let's get the girls on as well. And let's start at the top. Just saw Madge's on at the bottom. Adam's on. Hi, Adam. We got Derek Walker, It's Craig, Garin Davis, Jeff Daniels, Dave Mulready, Martin Voss, Angry Velo, Dave Bardell, Ruth Robertson. Hi, Ruth. Welcome back. David Kelsey, Joanne Early, It's Craig, Sun Chasers. Good evening. Orcus Whaling's on. Daniels Adventures, the Sun Chasers, Ruth and Orcus. Everybody's chatting amongst themselves. Angry Velo, Evening, Christine, Cleo and Tim. Oh, nice. There you go. Do you spell it with an E or an I?
I.
It's, Clio.
It's Cleo.
Clio. Because it's short for Cleodna?
Cleana.
Cleana. but you don't pronounce the D.
No, it's a silent D. It has what is called a shavu on it,
A shavu.
which is an Irish accent. Little dot goes on top
All
of
right.
the D.
Right. So if I say I don't have a shavu, I don't have an Irish accent.
You don't have an Irish accent.
I don't have an Irish accent. No,
But
I've got a
you
shavu. No, I've got a bit of a
shave
shavu.
You shave a lot.
You shave it off. Joanne, Ruth, Rocky, Earth Guy, Jassie's on. Hey, folks. David Butler. I love you, Butler. Ruth, Daniel, Kev, Weaver's on. Daniels, we did. Chris Godfrey, are we on TV? Is it Monday night? We're on TV? No, it's on in the mornings. We're on TV, aren't we? He's got a TV shop and he puts us on in the mornings for the walk.
Right.
How much commission have I got up to now? Just selling you TVs. David Sanchez, Daniel, Anne Marie Elton, of course, is on. Chris, Craig, Evening Anne, everybody's talking about themselves. Ruth's back on YouTube. We're going doing lives and videos. Okay, this Wednesday at 19:20. There you go, 19:20. So after midweek meetup, don't forget go over to Ruth's channel and find out what she's doing. QQ, who is the young lady with you?
Oh
well,
young is an amazing word.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
is-
There you
my
go.
makeup works. Or you have a filter on the camera.
So who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Cleana O'Flynn. Do you want the full name?
Yeah.
Cleana Kathleen Veronica Bernadette O'Flynn.
Oh,
And guess where I'm from?
was that all your sisters?
No, that's my name.
That's your name?
That's my name.
Kathleen was my mum's name.
Well, I was named Cleana, and then after both my grandmothers, so that's the Kathleen and the Veronica.
Okay.
And then being a good Irish Catholic girl, you did your confirmation and you took a saint's name.
A saint's name.
And I thought Bernadette was just
There you go.
absolute
The
saint
bee's
of all
knees.
saints.
The bee's knees, Saint
Yeah,
Bernadette.
She was the GOAT of saints.
The only thing I remember about St Bernadette's was the girls that went there. It was an all-girls school,
Oh, okay.
and they were hungry for men.
No.
Unfortunately, I was a little boy at school.
So it was too late.
It's-
No, I was a Louis
I was
girl.
too early.
That's very Irish convent. Good old St. Louis girl.
So Cleo's lived here for 20 odd years, huh?
26 years now.
26 years
Yeah.
in this complex.
No, I moved here 18 years ago.
18 years. When was it built?
As I moved in.
Yeah.
When I moved here, the first block 1 and block 2 and 3 were built.
1, 2, 3. Those.
Oh, sorry, and 4 and 5. There were 5 of them built.
Okay.
And I bought in 7.
Uh huh.
So I had to wait for a couple of months before it was complete.
Mhm.
So I moved in. It had been half built when we moved in.
Okay.
And I know it was 18 years ago because Brianna had her 2nd birthday party on the balcony
Wow.
within a couple of months of moving in.
Wow. We came 11 years ago, and we met you pretty soon after that.
Yeah.
With your precocious little daughter.
And she's still precocious,
She's still
but not so
precocious.
little.
Not so little now. No.
No,
She's
no.
20 now, is she?
She's 20.
Jesus.
I know.
My golly gosh.
In Dublin.
I know. Shirley, cheers. I'm having a glass of wine. I was at the uni today, and due to my ME, I've missed out. But hey ho, I managed to get 2 years postgrad.
Good for you.
Age 64 with ME.
Brilliant.
I've done well. Well done.
That's fabulous.
I thought ME was a disease at one point, but a Masters of Engineering, is it, or what is it?
Wonderful.
Rocky saying hi to Daniel, Chris, Viddy's on. How's the weather, Tim? Been cloudy here. It's been cloudy
Down
here,
here too.
but warm.
Very pleasant.
We've got 2 anticyclones coming at us from the Azores, and so it's bringing westerly winds and southwesterly winds, which has increased the temperature a bit, but also increased the humidity.
Yeah.
So when the winds hit the mountains, it goes up the mountain, condenses, you get the clouds, and then they sort of like go back out to sea for some reason. I really don't know. I'm not a
And this
a
wee
thinkyologist.
tiny little village of ours quite often seems to be like you'd be down at the beach
Mm-hmm.
and you look up and behind the mountains there's dark black clouds
Uh-huh,
hovering.
uh-huh.
And if you'd only just come here, you think, oh my God, we're going to have rain in half an hour, but they just stay away.
They stay away.
They just stay away. It's lovely.
So we do say they're going to have rain on Wednesday, but I looked on my very clever app, Zoom.Earth, and it looks like it's going to miss us. So I think we should be all right. And then at the weekend, the second front should be coming by us, but you know the models, they're just sort of saying somewhere in this
None of the
region, you know.
They don't have names. If a storm doesn't
No,
have a
it
name,
doesn't have a
it's
name.
fine.
If it doesn't have a name, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do have names. We just don't get to tell us, you know.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
You know, they're not They're not branded storms.
A brand. They don't have a brand. They don't have a brand. There's all these storms out there going. Oh,
They're being
bloody hell."
sponsored.
Especially one that's called Cleo's coming. All right, I'm not bloody going there now.
I
Yeah.
won't go there.
Nikki's on. Hi, Nikki. How are you, my darling? David Butler, Daniel, Craig, Ruth, Ian, the Volley King's on. Jack Bell. Did I miss anybody? Craig, Jeff Daniels, Mark Sweeney, the Sweeney got from cold London. He just got back last night. Oh dear, it's been over for a month or something. Craig, Nikki, Jeff, David, all the same people. Ray Duffy, hi to all from the sunny kingdom, 11 degrees. Red degrees, Mark Sweeney. Toby Carter, good evening from Los Cristianos. Hello, Toby Carter.
Toby.
I'm going to be in the opposite the Hard Rock Cafe in Las Americas tomorrow about 9 o'clock, and then we're going to walk up towards the multicoloured hotel, which I think is called the Via Cortez.
Oh, the Via Cortez, that nice.
Via Cortez, and then we're going to walk round the coast and then come back in what's it called? Sur.
Oh,
Vista Sur.
Vista Sur, okay.
Vista Sur. No, that's just the shopping centre there, Vista Sur.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And then we come back up, and then we're going to have a coffee at the Cafe Olay about 9:45 or 10 o'clock.
Sounds like a nice walk.
With Tracy Addison. I got the name now because it was in the thing. It was in the thing. Marjorie's on as well. Marjorie just had dinner, now chilling, watching you. Over in 2 weeks, hope to catch up with you and Christine. Looking forward. Don't forget, if you want to catch up with Christine, Wednesday night's the time to do it. Down in the wherever we want to go, really. Yeah, you can choose where you want to go. We walk either down to the Nebula or over the plantation to the Rosa Centre, so it's up to you.
Both within easy walking distance.
Both within easy walking distance. Dane Doofus is on. Hi, Dane. Sun has been out shining all day. Well done. Was gardening with my dad.
Oh, going to see Brian Adams on Sunday.
I'm going to see Brian Adams on Sunday. Gordon Duncan, Tim just in from work. Cornish pasties in the oven. Great to see beautiful Christine be there soon. Gordon's Scottish, but he lives in Dublin.
Ah, well then.
Lives in Dublin.
Sure, he's one of us.
He's working for security at Next, I think it is, or one of those shops.
Nice. I hope you like it there, Gordon.
Foggy's on, the Explorer. He sent me a link the other day and I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it yet, Foggy, but I will. If you haven't watched any of Foggy's stuff, it's quite short, so you can go in and consume as many as you like. He's a funny lad from Southend, and he's in Leigh-on-Sea most of the time in his pub. So and he talks to you in a white van. So,
so
he's a white van man, wine and a white man. None of that. I have my nose fixed on my mouth won't work. Man in the white van. So go and check his channel out as well. Gordon saying hi to Dave. Pat Moran's on. Hey Pat. Also from Ireland. A.D. Harrison's on. Joanne, Carol, Ruth, Daniel, Tricia Slater. Hello, Cleo, to you again. Emma Kelly's on. Hello, everybody. Oh, did I put the closed captions on? Is the closed captions working? Let me know, or I'll have a look. Chris Godfrey, you will be on the big screen tomorrow morning, Timmy baby. There you go. There you go. Sorted.
Same.
I'd say you're Irish, says Daniel.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. Adam was saying 6:30. Yep, 6:30. No, that's it. It's 6:30. 2 down. Hi, Anne. 6:30. Carol. Natalie is on. Hi, Natalie. Craigie C. Have I missed anybody? Alan's homemade blogs. If you haven't seen any of his stuff, he does a lot of stuff at the moment, and he's just bought the new version of this camera here, the X5. So, Alan, what do you think? Is this quality as a webcam? Is it any better? Neil Lewis is on. We were mainly gardening today, says David.
And he said the Liffey Valley trip, is he? That's a Dublin thing.
Have you been wearing Webby shirt? Nope.
That's a quick answer.
He bought me a big orange shirt, and then somebody said you look like a space opera in it. So that went straight in the bin. Chris Godfrey, bacon butties up to much in Cafe Olay? Aren't up to much. No, I'm not having bacon butties tomorrow. And if I was, I'm not going to tell you now because Chris is listening. Pat Moran got kicked out of Next by the security man.
Oh, did you?
Daniel's Adventures, just letting everyone know, put 5 vlogs up. Daniel Adventures. If you haven't seen any of Daniel's, go and check him out as well. Mark Sweeney, Vinny, Pat Moran, Trisha, not bad today. Jill Yates. Hi Tim and everyone, it's good to be watching. We are normally travelling home from work. Well, I hope you haven't been fired. Lee Shaw's on, over on Friday. Cool dude. Don't forget to book when you want me to come. Elmer Fudd's on. Wow, I can't do an Elmer Fudd, can you? Is it?
No, I couldn't.
Could you do an Elmer Fudd? It's a wabbit, yeah? That does a wabbit.
But it's more high pitched, doesn't it?
A wabbit.
I thought I
Has the culprit been found who broke into Chillbox? They reckon it was an inside job.
Daniel's place.
They reckon it was an inside job. I don't think so.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
There were no. Did I not read that there were no locks broken? I could be wrong, but that's what I thought.
I thought they came in through the roof or something.
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, no, I haven't heard anything, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Wish Colin better from Col's place. He's really not well. Oh dear, what's up with Col? What's up with Col? I missed his live the other day. He went live walking, and I missed it.
Oh.
CC's are fine. Breaking news: looks like me and Dion are back in September for 2 weeks. Cool dude. Una Mines is on. Peter Glennon, all from Wexford.
Oh, yeah. How's Wexford these days? Is it sunny and gorgeous?
Sunny and gorgeous. Jimmy England's on. David Una's on. Marino Cubanito, QQ, how is your back, Tim? Have you ever tried turmeric milk for inflammation? Does wonders make from home? My back, to tell you the truth, my back's better today. I've had a bit of a rough time over the past 4 or 5 days, but my back was better this morning. I had a nice sleep last night because I didn't drink too much, so I wasn't unconscious. So I was actually had a nice sleep last night. And then I woke up early this morning, went back to bed for an hour, and then got up about 9:30. And my back's been pretty good today. And I had an appointment with the nurse today because I was going to ask her what type of belt I should get whilst I'm waiting for the thing. And she had no clue. I said, do I get a weightlifter's belt from the sports shop, or do I get a belt from a support in them, or from the orthopedic place? And she was saying, well, you know, we don't do that. She said, I mean, what don't you do? And then she went to the doctor and chatted with him, and the doctor didn't come in, but he chatted with her, and then she came and she said, no, we don't do it. I said, what don't you do? I was just asking what type of belt should I get.
Probably, well, this is me with oodles of back problems.
Yeah, but then they were saying they thought I was trying to get one on the social.
Ah, and you just wanted a
Oh,
recommendation.
I just wanted a recommendation.
Do you know where's a good place? In
Decathlon.
Decathlon's good for sports belts, but there is a special orthopedic floor. You know, if you're driving, this is if you live in a decade, folks. If you're driving up, so you go past the triangle, the post office.
The triangle.
You know where the post office and the the health centre are.
Yeah, yeah.
And you go up that small street, and just on the right there's a big chemist, as well, right beside an optician's. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called, no.
Okay, but if you go up there, there's parking all the way up, and on their second floor they have a whole range of different orthopedic supports for backs, for wrists, for knees, for elbows.
I usually go to Mirabedi.
Okay, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
that's very good.
I usually go to Mirabedi.
But yeah, you do. I mean, I would imagine. I don't know do they know? Have they done X-ray so they know what's wrong with you?
They did a CT scan.
Yeah.
Well, they put me in the machine, clack, 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 the machine.
I know.
And then
Wonderful sound.
2 weeks later, I got the results, and then I had an appointment with my doctor. She wasn't there, so I saw the locum, and the locum just said, "Oh yeah, you're going to get a phone call from a specialist." And then on my phone, I got an appointment for the 27th of August.
This year.
This year,
Like
I haven't looked actually.
No,
But they go.
hopefully I'm joking.
And apparently, what I've got is a herniated disc that's sticking out both sides, or both front and back, or whatever it is.
Brianna, my daughter, always goes out to me for defending people, but I would imagine that if the nurse, well, if she's seen you regularly, she might be scared to give you the wrong kind of belt too, because if she gave you one that was pulling you in, you could actually exacerbate the problem on the disc.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, all I want is something to keep me back straight, so when I'm lifting, so I want to be able to put it on and then not be able to bend, if you know what I mean.
I do.
And anyway, so she went and got what's the English speaking?
Linda.
Linda. She went and got Linda.
Lovely Linda.
And she is lovely, but she talks about everything and anything other than
need
what you
2
want to talk
hours.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's chatting away, but then she's basically saying, "I'm going to tell you what you need to do." And she said, "Go to Decathlon and get these shorts with a zip."
Okay.
And I don't really want them because I can't put them on and off. So that means I've got to get up in the morning, put these shorts on. So I've got to wear these orthopedic shorts all day, and I don't know whether I want that.
You could just try a leotard.
I was thinking or a mankini.
There are, now I saw them in Decathlon in Ireland, that there are, it's like a shoulder brace that you put on, but it actually means your posture is straightened up.
Yeah, that's all I want to do.
But
I
it
just
puts
want to make
more
I just want to
shoulder-
make sure I'm not twisting,
Yeah.
and I'm not in the wrong position when I pick Chris up.
Yeah.
And it happens. Well, I mean, I got to get her out of bed. I got to put her in the shower. I got to take her out the shower. That's 2 lifts. Loo, chair, bike, loo,
And then go
chair.
back
I know. I'm just counting the average.
to
Chair,
all the day before.
or the maximum chair. Electric roll, wheelchair. Loo, chair, bed. So I'm doing about 15 lifts
A day.
a day,
Yeah.
and I just need to make sure that I've basically got
Yeah,
the
I
posture right. You know what I mean?
On a bad day, not every day.
On a bad day, not every day. No.
No, I mean back
Is it Cleo or Cleo? It's Cleo with an I.
with an eye.
With an I, because there's a what do you say? A feather.
The father, she's written a father is different. A father's like the slant at the aigu in French,
All right.
or the tilde in Spanish.
All right.
But the chevu is a small dot above
A
the D.
chevu above the D. Oh right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all variates. My mother's name, for instance, was Grania,
Mm-hmm.
so she had a father on the A because it broadens the vowel.
Grania. Somebody was saying to me the other day I met them, and they also came because of the channel, which I think is quite nice. And we should tell everybody that I'm the ambassador of Chaos Avachi. If Webby's the mayor, then I'm the ambassador.
He's not the mayor.
He's-
I am.
You're the mayora.
No, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as a mayora.
Well, in English, no, it's the alcaldesa.
Alcaldesa.
But surely in English it's just mayor.
The mayor, the lady mayor.
Not in Ireland, you're a mayor.
Oh really?
It's like being an actor nowadays. You're an actor.
Oh right. So there's no female version. It's just all the neuter
mayor.
version, right?
Yeah.
The mayor.
But that's
I
the
reckon
name
we
of the
should
office.
we should have just gone. We should have just gone with all the female versions.
Well, just call it mayor.
Everybody would be called actress
Or
then.
just mayor or actor, and then the boys can be called actoran.
Actoran, or act the goat. More like it. Act
Or
the goat.
Mactor.
Yeah, Marie Alti's on. NTM, the Steve's on. Good evening. Steve's been having a bit of a time of it, you know.
Go on.
He came after Brexit. Him and his missus both got residencia. Both
For the cut-off.
No, they had to go through the visa and
okay.
everything.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
weyent through the whole thing with the money and the health insurance and everything.
yeah,
And then they both went to renew it because you only get it for either for a year or 2 years, and then you got to renew it, and then it renews to 5, and then it renews to forever, right? And so they both went to get it renewed, and because it's easier, they got a gestor to do it,
Yeah.
right? The gestor did everything, and then they got a message saying you haven't done it right. So they went and did it again, and they stamped his missus and refused him. Why? Because the papers went in late. So he's been appealing now for 18 months, and the last appeal that I know of was just said no. You've got to start the whole process again, and you can't start it from here. So they're not deporting him, but they're saying you got to start the process again. That means he's got to go back
to
England,
There.
and he's got to start the process again and give his passport up, so he can't come home. He doesn't have a house anymore there. He doesn't have any ties with Britain. You know, I mean, he's got family there, but he's
Oh, folly of Brexit.
and he got the thing. He got everything here, you know. And but there's nobody to talk to.
Has he tried the consulate? No, George.
Consul don't get involved in that type of thing.
And the gestores are.
The gestor is using a different one now. He's actually got a lawyer in now, not just a gestor.
See,
and they've been doing it. But basically, they say it's like banging your head against a brick wall. You know.
I had a slightly similar problem. Well, just in terms of small countries and big corporations, because I have a property that I rent in Ireland and I pay tax on it. I mean, I pay tax on the rental. But the first time I was renting it out and I went to do my tax declaration here, I wasn't given proper advice and I ended up having to pay tax twice. Now, it's not that I was kicked out of the country or anything, but I felt it was wildly unfair. And so I decided to appeal it with the tax office. And the second time I went back, they wouldn't accept a letter from the Irish Revenue Commissioners saying that I'd paid the tax. They said, no, it's not proof enough. And I'm thinking, what more do you need? A stamped, signed document. And the guy in the office, the Hacienda office locally, just said to me, just pay it.
Just pay it.
Like you're going to spend more, you'll be fined, and you'll be then, there'll be a commission or what would you call it, a penalty on the fine if you don't pay it, just pay it. So I changed gestors.
Yeah. I've got to find a gestor because I had my first year pension last year.
Okay.
So I've got to do the tax before end of March, is it? End of June.
The tax campaign has just begun, and I think it's the end of June. I think it's May and June. I mean, I have a new gestor now. Sent her all my paperwork. Fingers crossed.
Is she any good at German
I have no
pensions?
Idea. I have no idea because she was recommended to me by a friend who, for whom she's done her tax for years. So hopefully she knows what she's doing.
Hopefully, yeah.
But that's what I mean is when you're in Spain, you will get Spanish lawyers and Spanish gestors and accountants who are extremely well versed in Spanish law. But something like Brexit, they probably just have skimped, you know.
Yeah.
They know the ins and outs of the basic things like how to get a visa, but they certainly can make a clerical error very quickly.
Yep.
And same with my tax, and it's just like it's not our fault. And I don't know what it's like, but it seems to be the same with the tax office. What I've been told a number of times is if you have an accountant who makes a false claim on your behalf, whether deliberately or not, it's your fault. It's not theirs.
Right.
So if you think that you have paid the right amount of tax, but then the tax office comes back to you and say you didn't, you can't say, well, it was my accountant's fault.
Right.
It's your loss.
My consigliere, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, so it's could well be the same with the notary. I mean, good luck to him. Good luck to that guy now.
It's Bank Holiday Monday today.
It is in other countries,
Yeah.
not here.
Not here.
We had last Thursday off though.
Thursday we had, yeah.
Yeah, Dia del Trabajador.
What's it
in
called?
Spain,
May Day.
Yeah.
May Day. Brian Spears is on. Sitting, watching with my feet up. Hopefully get out soon. Had a knee a week past Friday. Couple of problems on the mend now. Well done, Brian. Let's get back down to the bottom. How's your arm, Tim? Has your wound healed, Aki? Actually, it has. I mean, it was 2 burns.
Ooh.
And it really
That
took
looks serious.
ages. And then I had another burn on my knuckle here. It's when I'm putting stuff in fat.
Yeah.
Fat jumps out and it burns. And I had the doctor gave. Actually, she was a bit. She was here doing Chris after her hospital visit because she was having a night in hospital, wasn't she? And she was here doing that, and then she saw that. She said, "Oh, I've got something for this." So
okay,
that the nurse put this thing on it. Then she gave me a recept. What's it called?
Prescription.
Prescription. Thank you.
The problem with living in a.
I know. They gave me a prescription for this thing. And it's like liquid skin.
Oh, nice one.
It's a sort of a gel.
But it's invisible and it
Yeah, no,
feels-
it's actually a piece of plastic, but you put the back off it and you cut it to the size of your wound. You stick it over the top, and then you never peel it off. It falls off eventually.
Oh, nice.
And then that's perfect. Well done.
Must remember that.
Thank you for that. They're pretty expensive, so you better off going to the quack. In fact, you could probably get it from the nurse. I found out that if you get the appointment with the nurse, you can usually get it the next day.
Oh, you can, yeah.
And
the
then
same
when you
day.
ask them something they don't know, they just nip to the doctor.
And you've got your app on the phone, haven't
I
you?
got my app on the phone, yeah. Craig says Clio. I think no, it's the other way. Clio. Sorry if I've missed saying hello. Alan's on my voice. Oh, Alan's got the X5, the new one of this, which I fancy getting.
Do you know? Wish list.
It is a wish list, and you guys are helping because you're watching the adverts and you're supporting the channel by going to timothydowd.com/sponsor. And if I can get that, I'm going to use it more often, because this was in the bag because I didn't like the quality.
Okay.
Then I took it out and did all the drive arounds with it, and everybody's saying the quality's great.
There you go.
And I thought, well, it is great, but it's not very good in low light, and the microphone's not that good, and this, that, and the other. And I've got me little one now that swivels around with everything, and I use that for live. So what I wanted this to do is for drive arounds, and then do a walk around when I'm not live. And the new one would be perfect. And now I know that it's great as a webcam.
So it's
a
until
no-brainer.
the next new thing comes out that will tickle your fancy, tickle your technical fancy, and you'll be off again.
Cole put a message up on his page to go over the man flu. Now it's a sinus problem, chilling out with his daughter for a week, and hope he feels better by next week. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Man's on, good evening. Nikki's on. Cole's okay, he's getting over a sinus infection. Okay, enjoying the outdoors, back next week. Trisha, boss's day in Liverpool yesterday. Had a boss day in Liverpool yesterday. Cool dude. Did anyone watch the VE parade today in London? Very humbling. I didn't know there was a VE day.
It's 80th anniversary from, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
80th
today.
anniversary, oh my God.
Yeah.
Didn't Donald Trump say that Americans did everything for the First and the Second World War, so he's going to call it the Americans' Victory Day or something like that?
Sorry. Oops.
I know. Can admin share Cole's channels, please? There you go.
No comment. Yeah, that's the best one, Chris.
Do you have any recommendations for Los Cristianos area in the evening, says Toby Carter?
Well,
Get on the 471 and come to our village.
or if Brianna was still here, I'd tell you to go to Chicago.
Go to Chicago's, yeah.
Where she was working.
There was, there's a nice pub. There's a couple of nice pubs actually up there in the Passarella Centre.
Yeah.
And I realise it is Passarella, not Passarella.
Passarella, 1L.
And that's a gangplank.
A Passarella.
A Passarella.
Though everyone I know, our old breeze, like call it La Pepa.
Yeah, it's the La Pepa's food market, isn't it?
Upstairs, yeah.
La Pepa's
They call it
food
La
market.
Pepa.
So yeah, you go to La Pepa, Passarella Centre.
Yeah, because
Passarella
upstairs
Centre.
is great for, you get about 6 or 7 different kinds of food stalls, and then just a big communal seating area where you'll have live music, and it's good. It's good.
You
fun.
got Casey's as well, and you got one of the best breakfast places there, which is the Olive Garden.
Okay.
They do a very good breakfast, and they even do homemade bread.
Nice.
And if you go there, you can actually order a loaf, brown or white.
away?
Yeah,
Nice.
very nice. And they'll even slice it for you, and they slice it into doorstops, and it is just like your mum's doorstop
Will
bread
it
when
fit
you were
in
a
the
kid.
toaster?
Well, yeah, it will. Put it in a
That's all you
toaster.
need. That's all you need.
It is. Do you have any recommendations for Los Cristianos in the evening? I don't go out in the evenings. If I do, I'll go out for dinner and then come home. So I'm not really. I don't go and listen to the karaoke singers.
No.
I get in trouble for that, you know, because they say they're tribute bands. I said they're just
no,
karaoke
don't
singers.
listen, man.
Anybody who's singing and doesn't play an instrument is a karaoke singer, because that's what it's. That's the meaning
People
of the
like them,
word.
They fill the bars.
Yeah, they do fill the bars. So the
you
tribute
know,
bars,
some of them are
if you like that type of
absolutely
thing.
Really excellent. So.
No, I mean, most of them are excellent, otherwise they don't get booked.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
exactly.
I'm not taking away from them anyway, but what I prefer is to go and listen to a live band playing their own songs.
Sure.
But you're not going to get that here.
Very, very rarely.
There's a couple of local bands that do it,
Couple of yeah.
but Spanish bands.
Yeah.
But you're probably not into that.
And I think there's a couple of bars. I know Joe Coley, who's a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
He used to play in a band, and I don't. Maybe he still does. I think he plays drums or bass. He'll kill me because I don't know what exactly he plays. But there's a couple of pubs that they will gig in. So they're kind of.
Do you know what the band's
called?
called?
An expat band. No, I'll look it up quickly. But expat band sounds awful. They're just local people who happen to be from other countries who play together.
Gotcha. Any chance of you and Webby visiting Siam Park? Says Aki Aki.
Why would you want to?
That is exactly what went through my. Siam Park is a water park, first of all. And have you ever seen Webby and me without a shirt?
Well, what were you called? Well, you could wear your orange T-shirt.
I could wear my orange
Going
T-shirt.
down
Yeah.
the Tower of Power.
I go
right
down the
at
Tower of
sharks.
Power as a what's it called, a space opera.
Right now at the sharks. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of Science Park. Just
No,
because I've spent so many years of my life actually trying to avoid danger that I now think I don't want to actually pay for somebody to scare the crap out of me. That happens enough as it is.
I think Siam Park, you've got to want to go, but it is the best water park in the world the last 8 or 9 years running, I think.
Voted by TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
It is. And it's fabulous.
It is
It's
fabulous,
if you like thrills and spills and you want to spend half your day in the sunshine, screaming and having a great time.
Burning your feet on the flags, unless you've got them little rubber boots,
Yes,
which
exactly.
they recommend.
Yeah. I mean, it's wonderful, and if it's a family day out, you'll have an amazing time, and you won't want to leave, but it just ain't for me.
No, it's not for me either, and I don't think Webby's into that either.
I would love to see it, though.
In fact, most of the people on here, we've got 105 people watching, most of the people on here will give you better advice about Los Cristianos than I will. So ask the community, and they'll stick it in the, if you're watching on catch up, stick it in the comments. So come back, Toby.
Is that you?
Yeah. It's Adam.
Okay.
I know I'm late. I know. Calm down. I'll be right there. Well, I'll let you in now. Okay, Adam's telling me it's 6:30 and I've got to let him in.
There you go.
There we go. So let's just finish with these. Daniel, Paps, Amiman, Craig, Dan, Sport. What do you think of ale hop stores? Don't like them. Tim, you need a hoist, not a belt. You know, I've asked for a hoist and it won't fit in the flat.
Oh, okay.
It won't fit in the flat, so that's a non-starter, I'm afraid. But good idea. We did think of the hoist first, didn't we? The gruya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel, has Cleo any plans to come back to Ireland for a visit this year? I don't know whether she's coming back this year. Maybe tomorrow.
I have my father is in fine fettle, but he's past 90, so I pop over whenever I can to see him. So I do go back and forth a lot, and in a couple of years I would like to think that I would live between the two islands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's now my bucket list or my wish list, that I could afford to live between Ireland and Tenerife and do 3 months here, 4 months there, a couple of weeks. I mean,
Not like
place in
Monday,
Ireland.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Tenerife, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Ireland.
God, I hate flying, so no. I really have come to the age and physical.
So when you go back, you go back tomorrow. Can I say that?
Yeah,
She's going back tomorrow. You're going to be in Dublin.
yeah.
Where do you hang out in the evenings?
I don't, because I'm at home looking after my dad.
Oh, I'm looking after your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I could recommend some good. My favourite pub.
Well, if somebody wants to meet you, you're going to go in for a coffee somewhere, and then you just publicise on my channel. Cleo's going to be at the Old Rock.
That's
Yeah.
mine's is my hangout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out my community feed, and if Cleo's going for a coffee, she'll text me, and I'll stick it straight up on the community feed and say where she's going to be between so and so, and then you can go around and say hello.
Likely to be in Slattery's for a pint. That's the best one.
Well,
That's my
Slattery's for a
favourite
pint.
pub in Rathmines.
Okay, there you go. What are you now able to apply for a Spanish passport? Are you as resident? I think 10 years I can, right?
I'm not sure of the length of time. I mean, I think if you've lived here, yeah, for a certain amount of
I
time.
think 10
but-
years I can, yeah.
I mean, I know somebody who's thinking of applying for it. I think it's for work purposes or something. I must say, I've lived here for 25 years, but because Ireland's still in the EU,
It's not worth it,
no. And I kind of stupidly love having my Irish passport.
For me, I can't really be bothered changing the passport. I should have changed it for a German one. And we're going to let Adam in, guest number 1, and we're going to go to guests, and we're going to go here, and we'll say, "Hey, Adam, how's it going, my friend?" I'm going to see if his thing's on. Hang on.
Hang on, I'll stick on my headphones.
Yeah. So Adams doesn't talk, so I'm going to mute him. There we go. Cool dude. He's got the light on as well. I got the light as well. Don't forget me.
Gonna flick it on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this run out of battery.
oh, we're okay. on
I'll go
that.
and get the other. I'll go and get the next one. Yeah. Cool dude. So He's having a great time. He's having a great time. Good after visiting Cork in Ireland. I feel a part of the clan, Cork. Bye.
I love Cork. My sister lives in Cork. Great part of the country.
How was the beer Christine got? How was your alcohol-free beer?
Very good, and still is.
Oh, nice. What label was it, Chris? Is it a Spanish beer?
Oh, German.
Oh, German.
We got it from Drexler in the north. We don't suffer from hay fever in Tenerife. Is there a reason for that?
I don't know if we don't. I mean, I think I get allergies at certain time of the year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe it's allergic to drink or no, it couldn't be that.
Allergic to drink? I don't
I
suppose
doubt it.
we won't be allergic to drink tonight.
No. We're having the governor.
The governor, but the white one.
I found a white governor. I thought has to be done. You could be the governor of Kaya Savaki, as well as the ambassador, Tim.
I could be the governor of Kaya Savaki, couldn't I? It just pissed Webby off, won't it? Because he says he's the mayor. You know, the mayor of Kaya Savaki, right? The mayor of Kaya Savaki, it was the reason he became the mayor is because he was mouthing off in Monte Cristo one day. Yeah. And this guy, it was Tomo. You know Tomo, don't you? You know Tomo.
I probably do.
He's the guy that shouts out the Sticky 13 numbers on a Friday.
I know there's a
Tomo and he's Steve and Mo is the real name. They do a lot for charity and all that. And he's and he said, "Who do you think you are, the bloody mayor of Kaya Savaki?" Right. So it was like an insult, yeah.
And he took it on.
And he took it on. I'm the mayor of Kaya Savaki. Yeah. So is it a bit like Donald Trump? If you're watching, Webby, I love you.
He's going to put 100% tariffs on beer in Monte Cristo.
Jassie's coming in. Jassie, I'm going to put you on guest number 2 here, and we're going to go for. Are we going to go for this split screen?
Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Oh, now
we're going with these. Hey, Jassie, can we hear you?
Yes, I can, Tim. Loud and
Cool,
clear.
dude. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 sets of headphones because I've only got this splitter that does 2.
Chris can't hear you.
So Chris can't hear you, Jassie. But I will give any mention that you give her. I'll do that. I'll give. Where are you today? It looks like you're somewhere else.
Yes, today I'm in Santorini in Greece. So
I love that island.
it's a beautiful evening here. Yes.
Wow.
And it's my first time here, and you know, Greece is such a vast place. I didn't know it had 6,000 islands and islets.
Wow.
Yeah, so I arrived yesterday, and you know, Santorini is actually part of a volcanic area. It's Santorini caldera, of which only 2 of the islands are inhabited. There's a group of 8 of them, and you know, one is aptly named Christiana, which I think is a beautiful name, one of the islands. And I've been traveling around today, and it's been really nice to go up to some of the towns here in Ia and in Fera today, and I got the bus, and I'm in the south now, where there are just some black sand beaches in a town called Brescia, and here for a couple more nights. So looking forward to doing more travelling around here. So it's a really wonderful place.
Cool, Jassie. We've even got Jill and Barry on, and they've got a channel as well. They are the I can't remember what it's called now. What's it called, Jill? Hi, Jill and Barry, if you can see us or hear us. Well, you can't see us because they're legally blind. Oh, they can't hear us either. Jassie, do me a favour. I'm going to unplug the earphones and see if we can hear you on the... So just give us a sound check now.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, and can you just keep talking so we can hear you?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So the weather's been beautiful here in Santorini. It's been about 21, 22. It's the start of the season. It's early May, and you know, it's a great time to visit because the crowds are not too big. It's not too busy, so you can get around. and it's just been a wonderful day.
Can I ask a question? The one time I was there, I was doing as everybody did when we were younger, the Greek island on the boats with friends. But what struck me when I landed in Santorini was there was just a different smell. It's like a volcanic smell. And I don't know if that was just, is it still there? Is there a different kind of aroma from the island just because it's a volcanic sand island?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I would say that, once you're here, you can really feel the Kona volcanic vibe here. You can almost taste the saltiness of the ocean here. And it's so beautiful here. And, I'm just, if you can just see some of the area behind me here, maybe I can just pan the camera around. I'm in front of a beautiful volcanic area here, just up above there. Maybe you guys can see that. And there's actually a monastery up there as well. So it really has vibes of Tenerife here, actually, when you look at the landscapes and some of the mountains here. And that's the highest point just up above me, and I hope you to go and see that tomorrow. Landscape.
I hired a motorbike and drove around those really precarious roads that cling to the side of the crater. And did you come in by boat? So when you arrive in, you basically the boat parks and you just look straight up at a cliff face, and the road hugs and brings you round and round as it goes up to the top. It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say the landscape here is beautiful. There's lots of windy roads there. So it's my first time here. I'm so glad I came. So yeah, if you're out there and you ever get a chance, come visit Santorini. I think it's a great place.
I've just turned on echo cancellation. I hope that's better, Craig. But we can hear you great, and there's no echo this side.
No, fine.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. Okay, that's fine. Georgina Divine's on. Georgina Divine. Oh, I love that name. I love that name. We lost Jill and Barry. Oh, they're back. Can we hear you now, Jill and Barry? Can you hear us? No. Okay. Let's. The microphone is on. Now it's off. Now it's on again. Guest has muted themselves. You've actually muted yourself, Jill and Barry. So if you can still hear us, you've just got to click the mute button. It's probably the little red microphone button. But we'll let you get on with that. So, Jassy, how long are you in Santorini for? Is it like a one-night stay and then you go change hotels again, or are you relaxing this time?
Yeah, I just booked one hotel today, so I booked it with Jet2 Holidays. I got a great deal here, so I just opted for the cheapest hotel flight offer I could get. So I've got 3 nights in this hotel, which I'm going to record and share with everyone in Provisa, which is kind of southeast of Santorini. And, including the transfers, it only cost me £255. So I think that's a great deal. So, it was a kind of last minute deal, maybe come out here. So just a few days, and then, I'm going to be back home to Maidenhead in Berkshire next week, and then out again soon. And I'm looking forward to more travel. So I'm just having a blast here, Tim, just trying to travel every fortnight and see as much of the world as I can. And as you know, it's been a dream of mine for a long time, always been my ambition, and now I've got the chance. So I'm just going to make the most of it. So I've got a whole roster of travel I'd like to go.
You're on a sabbatical
back to Tenerife.
Since the last 2 months, haven't you?
And I can take as much time off as I like, really. So, just travel around Benidorm. I want to go to Sunny Beach in Bulgaria and Delhi in India as well, too, and maybe a few other places.
Okay. Adam's trying to tell us something about a passport. Show us again, Adam. Passport lost £700.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the vlogs that I did. I didn't lose my passport, but it was coming up for expiration. So I did a vlog on the importance of checking your passport. And what actually happened was I booked a trip to Spain in 2023 to Seville, and it was coming up for expiration. And when I was coming back, it was about 2 or 3 days less than the minimum of 3 months that you need. So it was really an awareness vlog to make sure that people check their passports before they're going out traveling anywhere. And indeed, some areas need 6 months of validity on your passport. So it was just to heighten the awareness to make sure that people check their passports and make sure they got at least 3 months before they get into Spain and some of the other countries.
And the other thing is, British people can extend their passport, can't they? You can put an extra 9 months on your passport, but that's not being recognised at any European border controls.
The way it works is what happened is you could renew your passport early, and the bits that were early was tagged on the end, right? But the way that the Schengen rule works now is not complicated, but you need to do two different things. First of all, your passport needs to be less than 10 years old when you arrive in Schengen zone. So that means it's the date of issue plus 10 years. That's the important bit when you arrive. When you leave, the day you leave the Schengen zone, your expiry date, even if it's past the 10 years, needs to be at least 3 months. But a lot of the people are saying 6. A lot of people are saying 6.
And I read something online today about somebody who they were traveling to Denmark for work, I think, from the UK, but they were refused boarding at the UK end because the airline officials said, we pay the fine if we let you travel when your passport is going to be out of date.
Right.
So it's really important. And it's from the date of issue, regardless of what extra time the British Passport Office has given you. It's from date of travel. Date of issue, sorry.
So I'm going to just bring this back so you're both on.
Yeah. Hi, Ian.
So we got Ian now. Can we hear you, Ian?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Hello. How are you doing?
How are you? Nice to see you after all this time.
Hi, Cleo. Not too bad. Hi, Christine.
I said you might be coming on. How's Barbara?
Fine. It's at least she's home now anyway, so that's she got home last Thursday.
Is she feeling better now that she's home?
Yes.
In herself, I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's I start all over again. It's 11 weeks in the hospital, and then
that must have been a nightmare.
You come out and you come back home, and basically you've got to start all over again, like, you know. But no, it's she got out today for the first time in the sun for about 5 minutes, and
is she mobile or?
Yeah, she's mobile, but she has 1 or 2 frames and a 3-wheeler and that. But her balance is not very good, like, you know.
No.
It's just a case of practice and just building their strength back up again. But
exactly.
No.
And you're saying she's feeling quite lethargic at the moment as well, right?
Yeah.
She gets tired easily.
Yeah. It's I mean, today she was out today for, let's say, about 5 minutes. But when she went back in and sat down, she was completely exhausted. Like, you know, it does take a lot out of you. But it's nice. It's nice to be in your own surroundings. You know?
Of course.
So everybody's giving you love. I'm sure you can see the chat going by there. And Trisha saying passports is so confusing.
Yep.
Jassy, keep an eye out for my Lilo. I parked it beside Alan's yacht. Do they still have donkeys that bring you from the cruise ships to the mountains, says Jack Bell. Jassy, do they still have the donkeys?
No, I don't believe they have any donkeys, or at least I didn't see any. There was some cruise ships coming in today. Santorini gets awfully busy when they do. So, speaking to some of the locals, I think this is a good time to come along if you're going to come and visit the island and check it out. I think by August, it just gets crazy busy. So I think now the start of term, or start of the season rather, is like a good time to go for the end of the season, which is around September or October, before the crowds really come in.
Cool. I just noticed that Jill and Barry have unmuted themselves. Hi, Jill and Barry. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Ah, we can hear you now.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
finally works.
I finally got it sorted out.
How are you? All right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Where's the last place you went with your? Oh, what's your channel name again? Tell everybody your channel name.
The VIP Explorers.
The VIP Explorers. That's right.
Yeah.
I push so many channels on this channel, I get confused. The VIP Explorers, and they're a. How do you describe your channel? Is this a travel channel?
Yeah, general travel videos
Yeah.
from places we visited on holiday. Some in the UK. So yeah, so we adding to them every few months really at the moment. I find editing's quite time consuming.
Well,
Yeah.
because you're both sight impaired, I think it's a massive
Yeah.
kudos to you guys that go and
Yeah.
do that, and it just shows you that it doesn't matter what your disability is, or and everybody's got one.
Yeah.
You can just enjoy life. I think Chris has also got that, where she says, living with MS in Tenerife, but we don't dwell on the illness.
Get on with the
Just
living.
get on with
Yeah.
it, and you guys are a total fantastic. What's the word? Forebuild. I can't think of the English word.
Example.
Role model. There you go. You're role models. The old
That's
role
very,
model.
very nice. Thank you.
So, Ian, coming back to you now, you did mention that food for thought is going to be shelved for the foreseeable future. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. And it's in its present format anyway. We've
Okay.
shelved it for 2025. It's just too much on at the moment.
I understand. I really do. I mean, you must be really really busy with what you're doing, and also it's just the starting of the gardening season as well, isn't it, for you?
Yeah. I was out today actually. Got a wee bit done today. But the ground is very, very dry, so something I didn't like doing, turning the hose on it. But
Well, doesn't it rain up in Dundee or something?
it does. But we could do with some now. We haven't had any for a while.
Yeah, moaning
It's
Minnie.
been it's been really good here, it's been really good. But no,
Cool dudes.
yep.
So Cleo, coming back to you,
Yes.
we have this hotel up in the top of the thing, right? And a lot of people may know, but the hotel at the top of the road in our village has been empty since before COVID, hasn't it?
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, and it's just been empty, and the grounds have been derelict, but the actual building has been kept up, hasn't it?
It was, I mean, there was still water and electricity, and
Yeah.
all the furniture was still there.
Yeah.
I believe the owners were about to retire.
Right. And what happened was, we don't know how, why, or when, but 100 people moved in and squatted. And I've heard stories, and none of these stories are true. These are only hearsay stories. And one was that somebody wants to buy it and wants to drive the price down, so paid somebody to go and squat in it. Another one is that it's just 100 Moroccans came over on a boat and landed in the bay and ran up the hill to. And it's the first thing they played. So there's loads of things going on.
And probably lots of fake news.
Fake news. Fake news. What's he trying to say there? Friday, 9th of May, Glasgow, 3 nights.
Oh.
Cool, dude. Good, yeah. You're going to Glasgow for 3 nights?
Not New Zealand.
No. Glasgow. Anybody wants to meet Adam, he'll be in Glasgow. So go up there and run after him as he's going to wherever he's going.
The problem with the hotel is that the Spanish law regarding squatters is extremely complicated. So if a squatter is in your property for more than 48 hours and they can prove they've been there that long, you can't kick them out.
So basically, if I just stop paying rent, am I a squatter, or is that different?
Well, they couldn't kick you out, and for instance, possibly because Chris has a condition, they also would not be allowed to turn off the light or the electricity or the water.
All right, okay.
And because some of the people living up in the hotel have families with young children, the owners have been legally forbidden to turn off. I mean, one of the ideas was to turn off the light and the water. And there was a judicial hearing last week, and the courts have still not found or not given the police or the authorities permission to evict the people who are up there.
Because the police were there a couple of times, I believe.
They are. I think they're. I mean, they still patrol the area. But it is a legal quagmire. It's a long time since I used that word.
A quagmire.
A quagmire, and you know, people. I know some people in the village say it's the council's fault, and again, I'm doing defending it, but it's got nothing to do with the council.
No, no.
This is to do with the judicial law, the current law regarding squatters in Spain, which they are trying to update.
What's squatters in Spanish? Ocupados.
Ocupados.
Ocupas. Ocupas, that's the one I'm looking at, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, I don't know who's to blame, or I don't know what the solution is. It has to be left to the hands of the courts. It's in the hands of the courts right now.
Well, I mean, leaving anything empty for that length of time, you're just inviting something, aren't you? You really.
Especially combined with the problem that so many people here who are on low wages or who don't have kind of a Northern European income they're going to have huge problems finding anywhere to rent here in the south of Tenerife.
Yeah.
So I think you know there's been a combination of a couple of different factors that have possibly just led to the situation becoming entrenched.
You know, for me, it's basically what they should have done is given the hotel free for any worker, right, at a minimum rent, as long as they opened the spa at the weekends for the locals, maybe, right? And there's going to be some, what's the word, some solution, right,
There will be.
that you can go to instead of just leaving it derelict because you don't need the money.
I mean, I don't know why it was deserted. As you say, it was closed pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was making money when it was open. I know people are talking, oh, it's got an amazing tennis court and it's got an amazing... I never bothered going up.
No, you had a great spa, but I never went in there.
Yeah, but I think that was it. Everyone in the village said, oh, it's great to have this facility on our doorstep, but never used it.
No.
So, and I think, I'm just speculating, but possibly they hoped that they would get money from having it as a resource for the public who lived in the village, and the village didn't use it.
No.
Most people have complexes with pools.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, it was never advertised. I never thought that you could go in there as a, you know, on an off chance. Yeah. Right, we're going to go the last bits of the comments. So you guys are there. You're still going to be on, but we are going to do comments for one quick thing here now. Do they still have the donkeys? We did that one. Jassy, unmute yourselves. We did that one. Jassy, evening. Passport's confusing. Everybody saying hi to Ian and Barbara. Thanks for your kind thoughts, says Ian. Back in the room. Daniel, Ian, Shirley. Squatters in the empty units at the end of Los Cris by the Arona Grande for years. That's right, yeah. They got rid of those, though.
It just takes time.
It does take time. And Trisha's saying that Adam needs to talk in the chat instead of holding up a piece of paper.
Okay.
If you can type, you can write. Birkhill Inn, Shirley, says Ian at home. Okay. Right, let's go back to the guests. Let's go back to... There he is. So this guy, we're going to say ta-ra to him now. Bye-bye.
Bye, Adam.
See you. And we're going to bang that off. Where is he? There he is. Gone. And then we're going to bring everybody else back. Bang. There we go. So, Jassy, final words?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just want to say I've got some great wine. So this is the wine from today. This is called, can you see that? Yada? It's called Yada. And I picked this wine. It's very nice. It's Chardonnay. And I picked it because I just like the picture on here. So I don't know if you can see that. Does that remind you of anyone? So I
turn it to the other side. Webby.
Yeah, so I picked it because I like the graphic here. So that says wine, and apparently yada in Greek means why. So I'll leave you with that thought.
Cool, dude. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks so much.
See you, my friend. Ian, you back on?
Bye.
Hi.
Did I knock you off?
Did you press the wrong button?
I think I was saying to Adam, and I clicked your thing by accident.
That's all right.
So,
I know when you don't want it.
No, you're wanted every time. So, final words, Ian.
Oh, final words. Short
7
and
o'clock.
sweet. Short and sweet. Life is special. Take care. That's all.
Life is special. Take care. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to say to Jill and Barry as well. Thanks for coming on, Jill and Barry. Sorry you didn't get a lot of time in there with you being muted. Anything else you want to tell us before you go?
Enjoyed it. It's been a nice day in Wimbledon today. We've had a few rain showers, and it's cleared up now. It's a bit sunny because the evenings are getting lighter now, so it's doesn't dark till after 8 o'clock now. So yeah, we're back to work tomorrow. We had a bank holiday today.
Oh right, so yeah.
We haven't been fired. It was me that was saying earlier we can't normally watch you because we're travelling home from work. But
cool, dude. So we'll see you all next week on number 1. Tomorrow morning I go for a walk. Midweek meetup at the Nebula. Freaky Friday as always at the Monte Cristo. And thanks all for joining in. If you want to be on it, don't forget you can go to Timothy Live, read all about that. If you want to go for a walk, you can go to timothydowd.com/events. And if you want to book that. And you've been watching Balcony Banter, and we are going to finish it here. Thanks everybody, and thanks for you guys in the chat. Thanks for you guys who came on and showed us your face, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.
Bye.
Wouldn't want to be ya.
Bye.
Bye all.
Bye.
Ta-da.
Bye.